Welcome back to the channel, ladies and gentlemen, and we are finally doing the aftermath of UFC 326. Now, I am a little late to this party, but we're gonna get into this little aftermath. Let's see what the main card. I'm gonna get into the main event last because I kind of gonna go on a bit of a rant on that one. But anyway, let's start with Gregory Rodriguez. This is Bruno Fernandez. Gregory getting the job done, kind of doing what I thought he would do. Um, I don't know. I feel like this guy's quite impressive. I think we kind of need to give him someone in that top 15. Bruno Ferreira, I don't really know what you do with him. Let me know in the comments down below. I'm kind of just gonna go with the general consensus. If we switch over to this screen, I got the two ranking screens now. Boom, let's pop that. Let's go over to the what is it there? The middleweight division. Bruno Ferreira. I don't really know you can't really reward him, so I would say you give someone outside the top 15 to kind of get a chance on him. But going back with Gregory Rodriguez, I think he's earned a top 10 fight. Now it's just kind of who do you give him, because these guys are all kind of busy right now. They've all got opponents in mind. I don't know if Rob Whittaker is the fight to make. I think I think that could be good if he goes and he sleeps Rob Whittaker, right? I think then he's kind of proven that he's in that top side, that top division. But yeah, this division is a little weird right now because everyone's kind of moving in the top area. They all got fights lined up and everything. But you could also go for the Riddler. Test him against a bit of a grappler. I mean, he just came off with the loss against Caio Baralho, which we'll cover that at another stage. That could be a matchup too if you want to push him a little bit higher. I mean, he's only one ranking above Rob Whittaker, so if you don't want to do the Whittaker one, the Riddler could be a good one. I think Gregory's got some crazy knockout power. You could utilize that. But let's switch over to back to the main card. All right, let's see over here. We got ourselves the next fight was Drew Dobler versus Michael Johnson. There's a little bit of a meme kind of going around that Drew Dobler can only beat black guys. So I thought we maybe test this theory and we put Drew against. I think we give him a top 15 opponent, and we actually really tested against the lightweight division over here. I think even for Faraz Ziem, he's not really a white guy, but he's not a black guy. Yeah, I think he's a Frenchman, and he's very fucking good. I've seen him fight before. If he can beat this guy, then we know it's true. Then it's like weirdly, but it is true. But yeah, I still give him top 15 because Drew's kind of been around there, kind of close. Then he loses, then he gets kind of close, then he loses. But yeah, I wasn't really too hyped with these two fights. I knew Gregory Rodriguez was going to probably produce a knockout. Drew Dober, he actually did get a very fucking good knockout. It was a pretty good fucking brutal knockout. It was actually a pretty good fight, but I wasn't too hyped on these two fights going onto the card, but they both like really good knockouts. But going into the third fight, I kind of missed this fight with Rojas Jr. I fell asleep, so that was on me. Um, I fell asleep watching this, but I saw that he won by unanimous decision. I'm a little disappointed that he went to decision. I thought for sure that he would be able to get Rob down and submit him. It maybe shows that he's maybe not too ready for like a serious opponent. If we go to the rankings, which of the rankings, they're in the bantamweight. I believe he's already ranked here because that's how long we've taken. He's 13th. It's so difficult to give him an opponent because these guys, this division is also kind of moving. That they're all kind of busy. Figueroa has already got a fight. Zahabi's got a fight booked. Martinez, I think, has got a fight booked against. Is it O'Malley? No, it's not O'Malley. It's against someone else, I think. I can't remember now. Sonya Dong, they all booked. Who's David Martinez going against? Yeah, let's fucking check. Yeah, let's check over here. Oh, he just for beat Cheeto. I thought he was fucking. I thought he's going. I thought he was fighting someone. I think I'm getting confused with another brother. But anyway, We got Sanhagen. I don't think you give him like you got to give him someone like over here. I think probably Marlon Vera. I know Vera is like kind of been taking some L's here, but I think Cheetah needs to learn. Cheetah takes way too fucking long to get into the fight. Um, but I think he needs someone that is like a vet experience that is gonna actually test him a little bit. So maybe you give him Cheeto. I don't. Let me know in the comments. I don't really know what to do with Rojas because he's not like dominating his opponents. Like, well, when I say not dominating, I mean as in he's not like finishing them. He's not doing what Hamza was doing when he was not ranked. Hamza was taking these guys down, getting them in a sub, boom, over. Rojas is just kind of like he's hanging in there with them. Well, not hanging. I feel like I'm downplaying his ability. He is very good, but I feel like he's not getting the finish right. He's just kind of like he's there. You could even just keep him in that top 15 fight and give him someone like Montel Jackson just to kind of really test him out. I think Vanessa has already got a fight booked, if I remember correctly. My fight might be even over. But anyway, I think that's what we do over there. Let me know in the comments down below what you guys would do with Rojas. I'm confused with him. Now let's get onto this one. I really kind of stumble over a little bit with the Riddler. I think you give Riddler Gregory Rodriguez. I think it's a kind of a good setup for Rodriguez because he's been knocking out guys left, right, and center. So you kind of reward him a little bit. And the Riddler's a bit on a losing streak. I think you give him. I was originally, like I said earlier, I said maybe Rob Whittaker, but I don't think so. I think the Riddler's maybe a better kind of stylistic match because it's something different. The Riddler could get him with some grappling, see how he does with that. What do you do with Kyle Baralio now? Now, this is an interesting one because there's an announcement that was made this week with the lightweight division. Oh, the lightweight division, fuck me. The middleweight division is Sean Strickland is getting a title shot against Hamza Chimaev, which I thought Imavov was gonna get that title shot because it kind of seemed like he earned it. So I'm very shocked that the UFC did that. But apparently the reasoning is, well, Strickland's beat Imavov, so why would Imavov get the title shot? I don't understand the logic, but Imavov is going to need a fight. Now, a lot of people I've seen online are saying, oh, run it back, Kyle versus Imavov. I think that's a stupid move. I don't think that's the fight to make, but we're not yet talking about what Imavov needs to do. We hear about what does Kyle Baralio have to do. Now, he was calling out for Dricus du Plessis. I think they're going to do something different with Dricus du Plessis. I think they're probably going to give Dricus Brendan Allen. That is heavily rumored around. But I think that's a fun fight. I think Dricus versus Kaio is a fun fight. And I think Kaio is maybe a bit underestimating DDP over there. Because he didn't look great, in my opinion. There's like, I don't know, there's something. He was saying the Riddler's a tough dude, but I think he had like the opportunities to actually knock the Riddler out. He just, I don't know, there's something missing with Kaio. I don't know if his training camps are not going as smoothly as what he hopes them to go. Maybe he's having some issues or something, but he's not looking as sharp as what he was before. Like these last two fights, I don't know, he's looked a little off to me. I don't know if he's had bad, like I said, I don't know what's going on. He says he's doing great. He felt good. I don't know. The Imavov fight and this fight, he looked a little not the usual fight style. And I think if he fights like that, I think DDP that's a kind of an easy dub. But that doesn't get. I don't know. I don't know what you do with him. Because like I said, the division is kind of moving right now. So if you don't do that, the only other alternative potentially is you can give him fucking someone like give Hernandez another pop, but then you kind of like rewarding Hernandez for a loss and punishing Kaio for winning. So it's a bit of a tricky one. This division is a little bit of a tough spot. I will say this just to add on. I know it's got nothing to do with the Kaio Baralio. I'm very shocked that Hamzat is back because that means we can actually have Hamzat fighting twice this year. I think he's fighting in May. a lot fucking earlier than what I thought. I thought he was going to come back July, August. So I'm very happy that he's actually fighting. We'll get into the breakdown of that card when time comes around, but I'm really happy because that means his division is going to move a bit. I generally thought he was going to sit out for a very long time. So I'm very happy about that because this division needs to fucking move. There's a lot of movement. So let me know in the comments I want you to do, Kyle. I would give him the DDP fight, but I think DDP is going to fight Brendan Allen. I think that's what they're working up with. Or Imavov might step in and be like, since I'm not getting the fucking title shot, let me get the number one spot, then you have to give me the title shot. Something like that could happen. That's the co-main event. Let's move on to the main event. Oh, I'm still on the rankings. Hold on. The main event of the evening was Max Holloway versus Charles Oliveira. Now, when I saw this fight get made, I was a little bit worried about it because I was like, I don't know, is Charles gonna actually fight, like actually go for it, go for the kill? I knew he'd grapple. I thought there would be times, when he's like when he had the fights against Chandler, when he was in danger, he grappled. When Chandler made a mistake close to him, and he got him down, and I was like, if he does that, if he fights like that, the way he fought against Chandler, that's not a bad BMF fight. That could be very, very good. But Charles went into this like this was the lightweight title fight, and this was going to make him the champion of the division because he fought to win. He didn't fight like a BMF, and unfortunately, the BMF belt, in my opinion, is dead. It's no longer got any worth. You took the BMF belt, you put a grappler in there. He grappled the guy that is predominantly going to fight striking, and that is what the BMF belt is about. It was a belt for the fans to give them fights where guys are going to scrap and put fucking everything on the line. Make it a fucking bloodbath and an entertaining fight. That is the only value that I saw with that BMF belt. When it originally got brought, I thought it was a stupid fucking belt. But then I kind of saw the value in it because these fights were fucking bangers. So I was like, I kind of see the value. This is like this is a belt for the fans. These are the guys that can't like necessarily, the grapplers are kind of taking over, but these guys have this belt. They can just beat the living shit out of each other. It's a bad motherfucker. They're gonna put it all around what Holloway did with fucking Gaethje. 30 seconds left. Let's fucking go. I'm gonna give you a shot. I beat the bricks off you for 4 rounds, including the third round, but I'm going to give you a chance to get back in. Charles gave him 5 seconds at the end. He's like, 5 seconds, let's go. What the fuck are you going to do in 5 seconds? Not to mention that he took steps back. It's like, I'm a little disappointed because Charles was actually kind of doing well in the stand-up too. He was popping up Max a little bit there. So I was like, oh, this could be quite interesting. But as soon as he hit Max, he immediately went for a takedown. I don't know. I think that this was an L on the UFC's part because it doesn't really damage his Max at all. Yes, he takes an L on his record, but in terms of the reputation for Max, I think he's still going to be rated very highly. Oliveira, I don't know what this does for him. It does nothing for him because people are not going, oh my god, that he's a bad motherfucker. You see how he beat Max. Yes, very dominant, but he kind of missed the purpose of what that belt is for. This is why I say that belt is fucking destroyed. It's meaningless because you can't put another striker against Charles to fucking take that belt because he's gonna do the same fucking thing to hold on to that belt. He's just gonna grapple them. So you can't put a strike on. There's only one fucking man you can take that belt off him. And I don't see the fucking reason why we need him to fight for that belt. And that's Taporia. Taporia is the only guy who's going to be able to grapple away from him and make it a stand-up. Because he also knows this is the BMF belt. I can knock Charles out. I've already done it. He's the only one that's going to do that. And then you've got this thing where it's like, oh, Elia's a double champ of the division. He's holding on to 2 belts. We don't need that. So I don't know, unless someone else can come on and take that belt off him and actually kind of put the BMF belt back where it needs to be, that belt, in my opinion, is kind of dead right now. I don't want to shit on Charles so much because he's a great fighter, but Charles is in this weird spot. He's but the guys ahead of him has beat him. Fucking Taporia's beat him. He's not gonna get a title shot unless he wins another fight. So it's who does he go against? Where Max, I can still see a world where if Max wins one fight, he gets another shot at Taporia. But anyway, I think I'm gonna end it over there on that little rant. Let me know what you guys feel about the BMF belts in the comments down below. I'm a little disappointed with the way Charles fought that fight. I even think if Charles actually did do stand up, I rate Max's stand up very highly, but the way his stand up was going, I think we could have had such a fun fight if he just BMF the fight, you know. But anyway, I'm gonna leave it over there. I'll let you guys tell me in the comments down below how wrong I am, or if you agree, or maybe you have a little extra spice in the comments. But I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.